Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Knight of Cups. That's your power card. We're going to ring the bell over here, right? The power card is your superpower card. This is the Knight of Cups. It is the cardinal water energy. It's fire of water, right? And that is your energy. And I feel like this is... this is supposed to be a sign, a message that you can be confident right now, that you are on the right path, you are doing the right thing. Keep giving what you got to the world, right? This is the card that is about the giving and receiving of love and affection. It's a card that asks us, how are we doing with that, right? How are we able to express ourselves to others? Is it a nice flow, nice kind of gentle flow like this? Or does our emotion come out in bursts, in, these surges of emotion, right? And then how are we receiving emotions from others? How are we receiving kindness and compliments? And how are we receiving love and affection? Are we getting enough of it? Are we blocking it? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, let's do a few cards. Let's put some other stuff out. 3 of Cups. Yeah, this is the abundance. I think this is the abundance within you. Okay, we see the 3 of Cups as kind of this potential. There's a great potential, a great capacity to love, a great capacity to create. Right, the abundance of this water energy can manifest in so many different ways, and I think you're getting ready to manifest it in a very particular way right now. Okay, and it could be through art, it could be through romance, it could be through community service, it could be through just general random acts of kindness. I feel like there's something that's brewing under the surface, something that's already been started, and it's just about ready to take off. But I think you're wondering if this 3 is going to meet its counterpart in the environment, the other 3, right? Because then together we make that 6. We make that beautiful harmony. The 3 plus the 3, it's kind of the idea of, 1 plus 1 equaling more than 2. We're creating something that's greater than just you and the other thing. Let's see what else we have. We have the dreams. We have the Princess of Cups, 10 of Cups, the Hermit. Yeah, the Hermit makes sense too. And a 4 of Swords. So the way forward is kind of not blocked, but we're just uncertain. It's like we need some sort of answers. Okay, there's the 4. There's a little bit of self-protect. There's a little bit of, I'm a little bit leery of what's going. 2 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. That's very good. More Capricorn energy. And your other power. This is unreal. We got to ring the power card again. We got to ring the bell. We've got the Chariot. That is your superpower card. That's the archetype. This is above and this is below. This is kind of the abstract theory of your power, and this is you in the real world doing it, okay? So it's kind of the archetype, and then it is the manifestation of that energy. This is the energy in practice, okay? But over here we also have the Capricorn energy. And you know what, Cancer? This is the first time I think this has ever happened. And I think you got to pay close attention. I think these are the answers that you need. The Capricorn energy is your opposite sign. You look on the wheel of the zodiac, right? You got Cancer. Just opposite of that is Capricorn. So Capricorn kind of represents this hidden part of yourself. It represents that other, kind of the shadow, maybe a little bit. I mean, I'm sure our shadow is in there. But this represents almost the entire unconscious, but it's the true self, almost the ego of the unconscious, right? The will of the unconscious part of ourselves. So now we've got, in this reading, we've got both of your superpower cards and both of the Capricorn power cards, the Devil and the Knight of Pentacles. These are Capricorn's power cards, and these, of course, are your Cancer power cards. So what we have here is really the tying together of both sides of the wheel of the zodiac here. We've got both sides of you. We've got the conscious and unconscious part of you. We've got the human, terrestrial, earthy side of you and the kind of divine self, all tied up, all wrapped up into one. I think, first of all, there are a lot of answers that you're seeking, but all of these answers are within you. So we're seeking this counterpart, right? Like I said, with the Three of Cups, we're looking for that other three out in the environment that we can match up with, right? And it links together, forms that beautiful, transcendent six, right? And what is the six but the sun? Yeah, the spiritual divine self. The sun is a symbol of the wholeness of every aspect of our being. The sun is that illumination that says there is no hidden part of you. There is no shadow. There is no other. There is no opposite. Everything's been integrated. So this really is kind of that. It's saying that your conscious energy right now, your Cancer energy, is searching for union, searching for connection and communion and union with your other half, right? With your hidden self. So we're searching now really for this spiritual union, this spiritual activation, this integration of every aspect of this is a real spiritual union here. This is really, really, really nice. There is a possibility that it's manifesting as an earth sign person. There's an idea of a Virgo here, but maybe it really is this Capricorn energy. I think it's really, this is an interior thing for you. This is you looking to really unite with yourself, your true self. This is that peak spiritual experience. This is astonishing. This is really, I don't think I've ever seen in any reading I've ever done, two power cards of the sign I'm reading for and the two power cards of the opposite sign, let alone any sign, any two power cards of any other sign, let alone the actual opposite, right? This is literally a first on this channel. And it's special that it's for you, Cancer. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor, infinite, and unknown. And we're just going to put it right here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation at the end of the reading if at any point during this program you feel like you know what this card is. Put your prediction down below. I bet you'll get it right. Let's look around the room. We've got some majors. You know, we've got our Cancer and Capricorn couple here. We've got our Hermit. We don't have any fire, but you know, the fire's okay because you're that fire of water. The other side of you is that fire of earth, right? Cardinal water, cardinal earth. That's the two halves of you, right? The two sides of you, the conscious and unconscious, the human and the spiritual, the earthy and the divine natures, right? So we technically do have the fire anyway. Then we've got water, 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 water. The air really is the problem. And then, of course, we've got earth, earth, earth. Because the Hermit is earth. So really, we have even more water up here with the Chariot Cancer card. So there's a lot of water here, right? And I think what we're trying to kind of do is balance the water with the earth. And we're having kind of a difficult time. So I really think in a very practical way, you are right on the cusp of expressing yourself out in the world in a very major way. Something's already been started. The ball's already rolling somewhere. but it has yet to manifest on the earth plane. There's a little bit of reluctance. It's like you need some answers. It's like you need some sort of a sign, some sort of a confirmation. Well, I think this is it, for one thing. But I also think that everything that you need, this union that you're seeking with that 3, it's all found within you. No matter how the world reacts to what you're offering, what your gift is, what your creation is, no matter how it's received, the only confirmation, validation, or connection that you need is within you. Okay? Incidentally, I do feel as if what you're doing is going to be intensely successful. I think with the Knight of Pentacles in this position is you're going to realize that this is taking you a lot further than you imagined. Because the Knight of Pentacles is the card that looks out at the long-term future. And this is in the position of your environment. So it's like all signs around you, outside of your consciousness, all the signs are saying that this is something that's going to work, and it's going to work for a long time, and it's going to work very, very well. A lot of water here. My goodness. And the water is telling me that there's this large capacity for creation, this huge reserve of love in you. And that love is everything. It's romantic, it's platonic, it's professional, it's creative, it's intuitive, divine, spiritual. It's all these things. And that's really symbolized, I think, by the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is you, I guess, wanting a lot of things, but feeling as if you have, it's almost like you're overwhelmed by this feeling, or this, you're overwhelmed by this energy within you, and we have to get it out. We have to express ourselves in some way. It's kind of as if we don't have some sort of a relief valve, it's going to be overwhelming, right? So we've got to let this creativity flow, and I think we're just about ready to do that, but something is kind of blocking us. Okay, and I think it's what usually blocks, I think, a Cancer person is just the mind starts to kind of question things. We're saying, well, how is it going to, how are people going to see it? What are people going to think? Am I going to enjoy it? Is it worth the effort? I feel like you are compelled to express your will, express your love, your affection, your creativity, give your gift to the world, whatever it is. There is this overwhelming force behind you, pushing you to do this. And we're just looking for that little answer, just looking for that little sign, just universe, give me a little wink so I know I'm on the right path here. And honestly, I think that the fact that you're getting these, the cards of both your conscious, active, conscious and active energy, but also the unconscious opposite sign with this Capricorn energy, I think that really is the sign. And the 2 of Cups down here is talking about the union between the two. The union between the Cancer and the Capricorn energies. And that kind of, to me is the union of water and earth, right? Because Cancer is water, Capricorn is earth, uniting the both. And that's what we have down here even with the Princess of Cups. The Princess of Cups is earth and water. And this is talking about how our water energy is now manifesting on the earth, becoming solid, becoming real, becoming tangible. Our dreams are coming true, right? So I think even deep down within you, you know that what you really need is this union with your true self. This divine spiritual experience is going to allow you to unleash your creativity in full force, right? In a way that is very satisfying, very fulfilling, but I think very successful too. I think people are going to respond to you very, very well. Okay. Just the Princess of Cups, just that card being here says that you are aware that this is a spiritual experience, that you are aware that there is a union that needs to take place within you. And it could be that we're integrating some of our unconscious content, some of our shadow energies. Okay, that we're trying to become this full sun, this fully realized spiritual being. And maybe that's going to be the card here, the mystery card will be the sun. I kind of want to peek, but I'm trying not to here. The Hermit it's kind of the sun, but it's cloaked, right? The sun, or the Hermit, I think, sometimes is a card that is talking about our hidden self. right? Because it's our light, our solar energy inside that we've got concealed. We've got it hidden, And maybe it's hidden from the rest of us, from our conscious mind. So part of this, I think, is you really looking within, meeting your true self, having a conversation. And I think that really is producing a sense of confidence, for one thing, a sense of wholeness, really finding your own inner light and acknowledging it, integrating those other aspects of yourself as a way of empowerment, as a way of activating your creativity. I think that Cancer, I think for a long time you didn't really accept yourself. I don't know if that's the right phrase. There was maybe part of you that we did kind of push down into the shadow, I feel like more and more you're embracing who you really are. And I think it's reaching a point now where that work is kind of coming to a head, that everything really is coming together, and you're just about now to kind of emerge from this hermit energy, because this is a lot of interior work, and this is at the top of the path of the dove, right? So it is a strong focus on the internal part of this work that you're doing. And I think this is that final phase where you're about to achieve this union with your true self, with your opposite energy, with your shadow, with whatever it is, the unconscious, fully integrated, and we're getting ready to then unleash this creativity, from within us. So the hermit, I think, is just about to emerge as a fully realized sun, because what happens when the hermit takes off the cloak, right? What happens? Well, the full sun, the full light of the sun is revealed. Okay? So I think in a lot of ways you've kind of kept some of yourself hidden from people, and maybe hidden from yourself too. So I think that you've always been intensely inspired and creative and thoughtful and very deep, very sensitive. But I think we've hidden that a little bit. So you've just blended into the background. You didn't really assert yourself. I think you have a lot of creativity, but you just kind of kept it to yourself. Maybe you did things just on your own and didn't really share them with a lot of people, It's the kind of stereotype about Cancer that, we don't come out of our shells very often, right? I think you're just about to. I think there's a lot that you have within you that needs to be expressed. Okay, a lot. And I think we're just really looking for that confirmation, looking for those answers, looking for. It almost feels like we want like somebody to go with us. You know what I mean? Like an example, I don't know, when there's something a little intimidating that we have to go do, like a big presentation, a big project, a big public speech or something, right? It's kind of like we want our best friend to go with us. Just be next to us and it's going to be okay, Don't have to participate, but just be there next to me and that'll give me more confidence. That's how I feel about Alien. And I think we've all had experiences like that, where you have to go do something very daunting. It makes us feel a lot more at ease if we've got our buddy with us, our best friend with us, or whoever, I think that person for you is you. I think it's your true self. I think that is really, that is this union that we need. We need to know that our divine energy is right here with us, that God, Goddess, Deity, Spirit, Guardian Angel, Ancestors, Spirit Guides, whatever, that everything is here within us right now, all around us, in us, next to us, above us, everywhere. And that gives us that confidence, that gives us that almost that comfort or that encouragement to now do this very big thing, to put yourself out there, to give your gift to the world, right? To do the work of this Three of Cups. But over here on the path of the serpent, we've got the Two of Cups. We need that union. We need to feel as if our best friend is right there with us. And that's the guardian angel. That's the true self. That is your best friend. That is your lover. That is your mother, your father. That is your child. That is everything, right? The Knight of Pentacles is a very cool card. Because like I said, this is the card that can see out into the distance. Can see long-term goals and kind of, the prospects that are out there. And I think you're really seeing that this, whatever, I don't know what it's something creative. I don't know what you're doing really. But it has such the potential, it has such far-reaching implications that this is something that's going to change your life long-term. And maybe just the idea of now integrating, knowing that true self, that union with God kind of thing, that is something that's changing your life for the long term. As above, so below. The next two cards, of course, the devil energy is in the position of our fears, worries, concerns. This is the card of the obstacle. This is the card of what we don't want. And yes, in that sense, that's kind of the shadow stuff. That's the unconscious stuff that's down there for a reason. It's what we don't want in ourselves. We just want to be we want to be our Cancer energy. We want to be our conscious self. So sometimes the ego doesn't want to have to share the throne kind of thing, But we need this card. This is our other half, right? This is our other half. But the devil card is also your drive. It's your driving force. It's our creative drive. It's our aggressive drive. It's our pleasure drive, right? It's our generative drive. And it for better or for worse. And it can manifest in many different ways. I think if this card is underneath the surface for you, if this is pushed down into the shadow, into the unconscious, this drive might manifest as an aggressive drive, as a little bit too much of a pleasure drive, right? And we don't know where it's coming from. So, at the very beginning of the reading, do you remember? I asked you, how's it been going with the exchange of energy? With love and affection? Are you giving love? Are you receiving love? Are you blocking love? Are you having these bursts of emotion? Or is it a gentle flow, two-way flow of a stream like that, I think when this driving force, when our devil energy is pushed down into the unconscious, it can manifest as either that kind of explosive emotional outbursts, a little bit too much aggression, emotional aggression, right? It can manifest as too much of a pleasure drive. We're seeking those things that just give us immediate pleasure and gratification, right? Because it's an imbalance of this drive, that we're not bringing it into conscious awareness, and it's causing problems underneath the surface there, where we can't see is black back here, right? And it's sneaking up on us, and it's going to just bite us when we don't, when we're not. It's going to bite us at the most critical moment of our lives. We're about to give our presentation, and then something, this devil energy bites us, and something happens. We do something, or, So I think that this really is a big part of it. We have to integrate this driving force in us. Bring it to the forefront. Bring this Capricorn energy front and center. Embrace it. It is part of us. And we have this drive. And this is the drive to create, to succeed. It's the creative, generative drive. If it's conscious, if it's unconscious, beneath the surface, hidden, rejected, pushed away, it becomes aggression and pleasure-seeking. Okay. We have to embrace this. Yes, I have ambitions. I have goals. I'm going to do it. This is going to be great. I'm confident. I'm integrated with my true self. I have that divine energy, surrounding me, and we're fortified. And that brings us to the Cancer energy, which is that chariot, that fortification, that devotion, that commitment, that feeling like, okay, I've got everything I need. I'm ready to go. All the valuables are packed in the car, and let's do this, baby. We are ready to go. These two together is such, we have the idea of the driving force, and then we have the idea of driving, right, with the chariot. And this is what motivates us to go forward. When you are fully integrated, Cancer, I feel, it's not just because I'm a solar Cancer. I feel that when you are fully activated and fully integrated, there is nothing stopping you. You are cardinal water with cardinal earth. That when you love something, there's no stopping you. If you have that divine energy in your heart, there's nothing stopping you. This is an intense creative drive with very intense passions. You've got the heart for it, And I think that it's that kind of devotion, it's that kind of tenacity, it's that kind of commitment that's going to take you very, very far in your life. Let's look at that mystery card. I want it to be the sun, of course. We didn't even use any oracle cards or anything, did we? Didn't need any of that stuff. I'm thinking sun. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's just look at it. Well, there's the 6 of Cups that we wanted. Look at that. That's perfect. So now, asked and answered. I asked the question at the beginning, how are you exchanging love? How's that going for you? The giving and receiving of love and affection. Well, now it's going really, really well. This is 1 plus 1 equaling more than 2. This is the 3 of Cups, your efforts, finding the right kind of reception. This is all of your love and creativity being very well received in the world. This is that perfect harmony, community, connection, love. This is that beautiful, beautiful day. This is perfection. Right? This is perfect. This is better than the Sun card, right? Because this is now not only the bond, the union between you and your opposite sign, but this is between what you're offering the world and how they're receiving it and how they're giving it right back to you. This is now I asked you, how is that going? The giving and receiving of love and affection. It's going great. It's going great. I love it. Beautiful. Best reading ever. Now I'm blown away. We're going to do an extended though. Yeah, extended. Click on the link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday. All right, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please do. It's free. It doesn't cost anything at all. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing, right? Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.